Hey, I want to talk for a while just 'cause, I'm sitting here and it's quiet. I got ringing in my ears. It's been there for 30 years or more. Anyway, I just got through watching a video about a guy back in 1977. He had finished his development of a super gas efficient engine. And he drove a 1970 Ford Galaxie with this engine in it. He drove it 200 miles on 2 gallons of gas. That was in 77. It was documented by a reporter. The car was, searched and tested and looked at, trying to find an alternative fuel source, but it was found not to have that. He drove 50, 60 miles an hour, 200 miles on 2 gallons of gas. This guy was begged by car companies and things like that, oil companies, to sell them his designs. And finally in 1978, he sold his design to a company. And later, they killed the project. They shut down all the design. The whole project was shut down. They nullified the contract with this guy. And a little while later, he was shot by an assassin, but he survived. They never found the assassin who shot him. They never found a reason for an assassin to shoot him. And then a little while later, he died of a suspicious overdose of some drug. And it was a drug that he had never been addicted to or taken before. So anyway, at the end of the video, it said, why has no one ever tried to redo this, technology that he was developing? I mean, it was widely known what he was doing, and sort of known how he did it, but nobody else has ever tried to develop the technology. They said, why? And I was like to myself, because nobody wants to get killed by oil companies. That's why. It's like, do you want to get assassinated by Exxon or any of those oil companies? Because that's how you get, assassinated by Exxon. You develop an engine that don't need any of their product, well, they'll come and take you out. I mean, none of those guys want to do without their billions of dollars, and they don't mind paying somebody a couple of $100,000 to save their money, Because if you can drive a car that gets 100 miles to the gallon, then, and especially being a big old car like that, my goodness, could you imagine what a car the size of, a Ford Pinto with one of these engines in it would do? But the technology is out there. It just needs to be developed and used, but nobody wants to die over it, People are so afraid these days. Gutless human beings. Gutless human beings. I wish I was smart enough to do stuff like that. If I had I don't know what it is. I'm not afraid to die But I have no reason, you know, nobody wants to kill me. And so, you know, but if there was a reason for me to be killed, I wouldn't be afraid of it. Especially if I had something that would help humanity. That's just things I think about like that. I mean, why? This world is so full of cowards. Liberal, democratic cowards. And I'm not saying be stupid and get out there and get yourself, don't jump in front of bullets for no reason. If you're a man and somebody's shooting at a woman or a child, yeah, jump in front of the bullet. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what a man does. You know. But I ain't saying go out there and get yourself killed for no reason. I mean, it ain't like one of these hold my beer kind of things where some redneck's like, you don't think I can jump the Grand Canyon? Hold my beer. I mean, that's just ignorant, but of course there's some redneck did it. And he wasn't even from the South. He's a redneck from up north somewhere. And his name, Evel Knievel. Anyway, I'm saying they put a man on the moon, but they can't do so many things they can't do. They got a thing in space, one of them there satellites that can read your car tag from space. And there's all this stuff we have trouble with, They can't balance the budget and the government. They can't, can't build an affordable car. They can't, they can't find a cheaper source of electricity. Come on, people. If there's a satellite in space that takes pictures all the time, of Earth, taking pictures so precise that they can read a tag from space, a car tag, license plate from space, and this thing takes pictures. They got to figure out how to get that thing, powered without the battery running dead. So they know how to make solar panels work well. But yet, towns like this one and any other, just about every other town in the world, runs off coal or water power when solar panels and wind turbine, power generating things would be the thing to use. But, hydroelectric dams are like oil companies. You know what I'm saying? They have money, and if you try to fight against them, people end up dead. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I invented a new way to save energy or create electricity with the sun. And it's practically, free, or whatever. It's like it only costs $12.95 and you can have enough electricity for your entire house forever. And then the electric company in your town hears about this crap, then all of a sudden there's like a new guy comes to town with a guitar case, and a pair of shades. And he's, stayed at the local hotel, and all of a sudden you end up dead from a shotgun wound to the skull or whatever. And it's like, what happened to old Bob? Well, he invented something that was going to put the electric company out of business. and they fought back because Mr. CEO of the electric company will do whatever it takes to not lose his multi-billion-dollar home or car and all that stuff, you know. It's like that's the way it runs, you know. I mean, you know, you can't prove it, but then you can't prove it's not either, you know. And I mean, come on, it don't take a genius to think of things like this. Y'all all know it. But anyway, maybe I'm behind the times. Maybe I'm just now realizing stuff like this, and y'all have been knowing it for decades or something. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I just thought I'd talk about that. And it's been a pretty good Saturday. I hope y'all had a good one. I went to Kelson's party and enjoyed it. It's good to be with family, militia family, and I met new people. Church folks, that's good to meet folks like that. The preacher there at that church had the surgery just like I did, and he's lost, I think he said 78 pounds. Since, I think, middle of summer. He showed me a before picture, and he looked pretty darn thin to me. He looked pretty slim, so very successful surgery for him. So I was very happy to see that. I've eaten a lot today, a lot for me, you know. I eat ribs and pulled pork and just a little bit of chocolate cake and a little bit of chocolate ice cream and a little bit of chocolate cheesecake. I don't like chocolate. Let's just, you know, put that out there. I don't know if I've told y'all that. I don't like chocolate, but I eat that stuff because it was there, and you know, nobody else wanted to finish it. I mean, they kept pushing plates towards me, and I'd take a bite of this, and I took a bite of that, and I took a bite of that, but only like a bite, like not even a big bite, just a bite, you know. I had an olive too. I ate an olive stuffed with blue cheese. It was a green olive stuffed with blue cheese. Let me tell you, that was the most intense flavored thing I think I've had since the surgery. I could have been done right then. I mean, I could have stopped eating right then and been done for the day. One green olive stuffed with blue cheese. I need to get some stuff like that and make something like that. I mean, green olives are good. I prefer black olives. Them big ones, you know, these green ones were the big ones, big calamatas or whatever you want to call them. Anyway, man, it was intensely powerful. I loved it. I didn't get they had them that was stuffed with jalapenos. I didn't get one of those because I don't know if my belly could have handled that. But Miss Laura sent me home with a Ziploc full of homemade hamburger buns. And, of course, when I got home after a little while, I had got me one. I don't have any meat in the house. All I have is a little bit of peanut butter and a little bit of honey. Well, I got other stuff, but that's what I got as far as making a sandwich goes. I didn't feel like putting tortilla chips on a hamburger bun or salsa. That's the other food I have. I didn't want to put green beans or corn on there. So I had peanut butter. I'm out of my extra crunchy peanut butter as well. I have the just, you know, regular creamiest cheap name brand. Anyway, it's delicious anyway. It's got added sugar. It has a lot of added sugar to it. And so that's one of the ingredients in it. It said the ingredients was peanuts, salt, oil, peanut oil. I don't know why, but and sugar. And so I thought that was really weird. Hydrogenated peanut oil or something like that, and sugar. But anyway, it's delicious. And then what I did is I cut it in half. There wasn't even cut, and that's awesome. I sliced it, in half like a hamburger bun ought to be, and then I stuck it in the microwave for 11 seconds, and it got so warm and just soft and fluffy, and then I took the peanut butter and smeared it on there, a tablespoon of it, and then on the other side of the bun I put a tablespoon of the honey. Then I smacked them dudes together and come over here and sat down in my chair, and me and Susie enjoyed ourselves a honey and peanut butter on a homemade hamburger bun. And let me tell you, make a tadpole slap a whale. Good stuff. Good stuff, I'm telling you. Anyway, I had coffee at the party. It was so good to have coffee. I hadn't had coffee here in so long, but I was going to get coffee making stuff when I got paid, but I hadn't been able to get to the store yet. But I'm gonna ask my sister-in-law if she'll take me to the store tomorrow after church. Maybe she will do that for me. Because I don't know for sure though, because usually her and Noel both got something to do after church. But I'll ask anyway. It never hurts to ask. And maybe if she does have something to do, maybe she'll get done with that after a while and come back and pick me up. Just to see what. See, I'll ask her if she will. Anyway, but I wish there was somebody telling me something else that they'd want to hear me talk about. I'd love to talk about stuff with you. My feet are cold, and the heater just kicked off. It's 74 degrees in here. I got the heater set on 73, and then the heater was on, and it didn't cut off till it got to 74, but still my feet are just cold as ice. But the rest of me is okay, but you know how that goes. You get old and everything, but anyway, I guess I need to lay down in the old bed-a-roo and get the old bones stretched out in the horizontal position and crawl under some woman's covers and get old Susie Q in there with me to keep me warm. I wish she'd lay down by my feet, but my goodness, that would keep her warm because she's a little heater. But most of the time she lays on my right side, right by my side boob area or maybe in my belly. Mostly that area when she first comes and lays down. But by the time, an hour or two has passed, she usually ends up down by my hip, all stretched out under the covers, But last night, she got on my left side. I don't know why she started doing it. She done it one time before. It was thundering and stuff outside. She was so scared of the window, which was on the right side of the bed. And she got over. She did that again last night. It was very interesting. And I don't mind either where she sleeps. I'm just glad she's in there with me. It makes me feel comfortable to know that she's safe, So, anyway, I'm going to go. I'm running up on the 20-minute mark, and y'all won't even watch all this. So, I think usually y'all stop after about a minute and a half to 2 minutes of watching, so I've just been talking to myself mostly. But anyway, if y'all need anything and you make it this far, just holler at me. I love y'all. I miss you. And I'm sorry that I keep getting kicked off of Facebook. But anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.